Keep your carrots away from me, you nuts.
Hang on, my actual gooch is cleaner than that.
I don't have my fingers on the pulse, I have my fingers on my ass.
Vote Labour, live Tory, mate, that's the mantra.
He was sick of smelling chippy fingers and he just wanted somewhere better to live.
It's so embarrassing. I can't look you in the eye when I tell you.
I'm becoming aware of how little outfits I have left to wear for the podcast. I'm scared.
I'm so glad you've said it.
I'm running out of clothes.
Look at every thumbnail. Every single week, I look at the thumbnail and I'm like, it's too close. And that, ironically, this week I was like, I'm going to stick it to the man because I wore a black shirt last week. And this shouldn't be a fucking big deal.
You feel the same?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying about me.
No, I'm so glad you've said it. Because in my mind, I'm like, what can I wear this week? I'm going to start just wearing the stuff that's like in the back of the wardrobe, in the deepest, darkest corners. I'll be in a pink hoodie next week that I've not worn since I was fucking much, much healthier.
I would love to see that. Just
I've got a pink
tits
hoodie.
hanging out.
Yeah. Last time I wore it, Freddie Quinn called me gay.
Nice.
And I'm not wearing it since. And not because I don't want to be perceived as gay, but I was just like, is that what people really think about it? No, I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, I actually left there quite irritated. I was like, of all the people to start griefing me on how I look, Freddie fucking Quinn.
I would never.
I was like,
I'm half gutted that you're experiencing the same issue because I was relying on you to save me. I was like, help me, lad. Give me like...
No, you need to go shopping.
What's Queer Eye me? Do you know what I mean? Like,
what's Queer Eye?
Queer Eye for the Straight. You never seen Queer Eye?
No.
Right.
No.
Have you actually not?
No, I've not, no.
So like back in the day, I used to watch Queer Eye for the Straight Guy when I was younger. In recent years, Netflix have rebranded it and redone it as Queer Eye.
You watch a show for a specific person?
No, so what they do is...
I don't know what the show is. You're going to have to help me out.
There's a panel of gay men, yeah?
Okay. 4
gays.
Louis Walsh, Rylan Clark.
No, I don't actually know any of them. There was different gays when I was younger. Now it's it's
a more modern gay.
And they get like a guy who is like, you know, like a fucking fat redneck who stinks and his house is a shithole. He's got stuff everywhere, and they just fucking renovate his life. One of them will fix his apartment, or a house, wherever he's living. So do you know what I mean?
You second guess yourself so much.
I'm struggling to say home decor. They'll sort out his house. The other will sort out his dress sense. One will give him like a makeover, and then the other, I don't know what they just do, but the diet, that's it. And they just completely renovate them. So you get these big burly rednecks who just fucking listen to country western music. And,
like what we were talking about in the car.
Yeah, that's a fucking...
I like trucks.
Every fucking song is the same, isn't it, when it comes to country music? I mean, no, don't get me wrong, there is some good country songs, but for most part, it's literally like, I'm going to drink my beer, drive my pickup truck, and I'm so damn cool, I don't give a fuck. Literally everyone.
Listen to that.
The love of my life, she serves in the military. Do you like the military breakdowns in their country songs?
Yeah.
Where it's like, salute the ones who died. The ones that give their lives. That's an actual song.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. I just thought you were smashing it. I was like, Liam's actually...
the previous lyrics, they were an LT original, mate. Sign me.
All right, okay, good. Yeah, nice.
Your label.
I appreciate you.
I'm massively digressing here, but our conversation about country western music made me talk about it with Mike Carter in a car share on Saturday, and he showed me possibly the fucking maddest country song I've ever heard, lad.
Really?
Called The Christmas Shoes. Have you ever heard it?
No, but I've seen that movie.
It inspired a movie.
It's
one song.
Fire, that movie. I can't lie.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, it was on like a hashtag True Movies back in the days. I loved it.
It looks like a Hallmark Channel original.
Oh, yeah. Man, it's proper.
You like that shit, yeah?
My mum's a proper fucking dweeb. You know what I
was going to say gimp.
Yeah, like she'll just watch all them fucking like...
Mine loves them too, you know.
Like proper like... I'm just... Can you believe it's snowing outside and his mum's got cancer?
It's all Hallmark movies, and it's like
so
Santa kissed my mama, and it's like Santa in the background like that.
Yeah.
Woo! And then the whole family posing for the fucking
it's
photo.
all so fucking stupid, man. My son wants this Action Man, and can you believe it's sold out And that's the entire plot. And they're like,
fucking Jingle All the Way is a banger though.
It's in it. Arnold Schwarzenegger just running around looking for the fucking
Jimmy, and he just says his kid's name repeatedly.
Turbo Man, fucking. Oh man, I live for those movies, man. I absolutely adore Christmas films though, like Elf and everything. I don't even like Elf that much. Elf is a banger, but you're overrated, mate. Give me Jack Frost. Jack Frost is power, mate.
Michael Keaton dies and comes back as a snowman towards his kid.
It's so fucking stupid. And you know what the worst part is? I actually love that film. Never considered how stupid it was until I made Beth watch it in December. And she was
a grown man.
I had to sort of sell her the movie. I was like, oh, you'll love this one. And she was like, right, what's it about? And I was like, well, basically, like this kid's dad dies and comes back as a and she looks at me. She looks at me and just fucking second guessed her entire fucking relationship. So she went, I'm going to just say that again. And I said it again without missing a beat, like she was in our bed. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't even want to take him out. He's just going to fucking melt. I'd be screaming me. If my dad's dead, if he came back as a snowman, I'd be running in the opposite. I'd be going, keep your caddies away from me, you nuts.
I had to basically admit to her that I only loved it because of the Fleetwood Mac tune halfway through. Took my love and I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around.
I literally erased that film from my memory.
And then I saw her reflection. Mate, what a banger.
We're going to get demonetized now.
We're not getting monetized.
Making any fucking money. We're losing it.
We could do have another 920 of you and then maybe. The worst part is our watch hours are pretty fire. Like we've got 11 listeners, but they're there to the end.
Yeah, you fucking.
We appreciate you, our guys. Oh yeah, man. Is it what's a Christmas?
Taking a shit.
What's a Christmas film of yours that you're just like, yeah,
banger? Oh man,
it's Jack Frost for me.
Old school. My favorite Christmas film when I was a kid was The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
I don't think I've seen that.
The guy who plays like Buzz Lightyear. Well, I mean, to be fair, he's not in the suit, is he?
Yeah,
he's just doing the voice. Of course, you wouldn't fucking recognise him. So it's the Santa Claus is.
He's real, goddammit.
A kid and his dad hear a bang on the roof. And they're like, what the fuck's that? They go out, obviously, Santa Claus.
So is that Mama was kissing Santa Claus? They were banging on the roof.
Getting fingered by him, yeah. It's a Scouse film. And so
get off me, Mum, you little blurt.
Bang him out, right? No, they hear a foot on the roof, it's Santa, but they go out and they're like, oh, you knobhead, get off the roof. They startle Santa. He falls off the roof and dies, yeah. When he dies, he just disappears into thin air, and all that's left behind is a coat. And it's cold out, the dad's barely wearing any clothes, and he puts on the coat. And the movie's called The Santa Claus, but it's spelt like, as in clause, like a legal clause. And basically...
I thought you were going to say I thought you was going to take a real right turn there, and it was spelt like claws, as in rawr. And then he just, turns out Santa's a werewolf.
And he eats the kid alive. Starts ripping them apart. The thing is, you acted as though that's ridiculous, but your favourite Christmas film is Jack Frost.
It's not my favourite. It's not my favourite.
Okay. But long story short, Dad puts on the jacket and is now legally bound to become the next Santa Claus. So you're judging it. It's fucking sick. It is the Christmas film of my childhood. Sequels are shite though.
Oh yeah.
Third sequel has Jack Frost in it.
Oh really?
No, it's not a crossover. It's not Melty Dad Man. It's like the actual like.
That's his full name.
It's like the actual like Jack Frost man of the. I'm trying to sell that as like being better. It's not at all.
It's not. No, it's not. I do love a Christmas film though. Like they are fucking fire. What's that one where what the fuck is the name of it? It's obviously set at Christmas, but it's like it's a thief, not Home Alone. What the fuck? It's like it's just like what the fuck? I can't even describe it to you. This is so annoying. There'll be people watching it going, "It's this, you dickhead." But he just basically like falls in love with the woman, and That's not every Christmas film.
He's a thief and she steals his heart. Is that what you're saying to me?
Pretty much, yeah. It's going to do me. I'm going to have to look in the break of what the name of it is.
Is it a legit, like big stars in that, or are we talking like a little Hallmark one? Like fucking
I
single
don't
Santa
know,
seeking
to be
Mrs.
honest. Because it's mad. Christmas films are big in your world, aren't they? Until you discover that when you mention it to someone, they've never heard of it.
I never, like Home Alone, I never watched it as a kid. So everyone like bangs on about it. And I tried to watch it as an adult and I was like, this is shite, this.
Home Alone is fine. Until you've watched it.
It's like controversy,
like
everyone loves it. It's okay for one
up.
of us to have that opinion, but the other can't as well. Don't fucking save us, lad.
My issue is...
Shag Macaulay Culkin.
I mean
now as an adult man.
Yeah. Okay, good. Just checking. No, it's for me, Home Alone is good. Like, they are decent. I will watch them and I'll go, yeah, these are decent. But it's like doing an escape room that you've just done.
Yeah, you know what? You've seen it that many times.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, there's the cars that the guy's going to fall over on later. You're just like, I already know what's going to happen now.
I think maybe that's why I didn't really, because as a kid, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that he just tripped over that car that the camera was focused on.
Where were you from as a kid?
Oh my God, I can't believe just... Calm down.
What are we talking about in the first fucking place?
Christmas shoes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've already seen the film, but basically it's a country song about a shabby little kid in line. I'd try and sing it, but I'd butcher it.
Do it. Do it right now.
But the thing is, it's a couple of lines to get to the big reveal, so you're just going to be sat there listening to me sing this song for like 30 seconds.
Fine, we'll kill some time. Go on.
It goes. Right, let me give it a mood. It goes. So the song's from the perspective of the singer, and he's seen this like shabby little kid at the counter trying to buy something in front of him, and this is what he hears the kid say to the fella behind the till, and it goes,
"Do you need me to snap my fingers?"
Oh, I forgot the lyrics. Just give me a second.
Oh, my God.
Give me a second.
This is proper dead air, this. Well, you said give me a second.
Cut this.
Seconds in a podcast are so much... seconds in a podcast like microwave seconds. Like the silence that you're providing us with is fucking long. It's deafening.
I've lost the song. I've lost the lyrics.
Now you're under too much pressure.
I've lost the lyrics, yeah. It's that mental block thing like you had about the Thief film. It's just I could get the lyrics up on my phone. That's unprofessional.
No, it is. I feel like we were talking about something before the Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, long story short, the Christmas shoes. The song tells the story. I'm not going to sing it. I'll butcher it. But the song gives...
You're not going to sing it because you don't know it. You've tried to sing it.
I know it.
Your body's said no.
I did a peaceful protest.
Body said no.
Literally, my body went, don't embarrass yourself, lad. You're putting too much out there. You don't want people to hear you giving it the big one with a singing song. Anyway, shabby little kid's in line, and the singer hears him say to the fella behind the counter.
Sorry to cut you off again. So far, you've been telling this story for 7 minutes, and all the information we so far have is that there was a shabby kid stood on his feet.
What's even worse is you've actually seen the movie and should know the story of the song.
Yeah, I know exactly what happens.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to buy the kid the shoes for his mum because it's his mum's dying wish for some reason. I love that. His mum's on a deathbed, right? And that's horrible. You know what I mean? He's just gone to Walmart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's got 11 minutes to live and he's going to use 9 of them getting some fucking shoes.
The exact wording of the song as well is like, I want her to look beautiful when she meets Jesus tonight, right? So he wants her to go up there into the pearly gates, right? In a fucking hospital gown.
It's as if, sorry, but it's as if Jesus is a bouncer. Won't let you in if you've not got the right one.
No one
got
tends.
logos all over you. Got logos all over you there, kid.
Hugo Boss, fuck off, lad. Come on. Balenciagas, nah, you're not getting in, you're bad.
Are they Crocs? Have some self-respect, man.
But not just that. He's buying her shoes, lad. She's dying. She's on her last legs. She's going to be wearing like a hospital gown and wearing fucking ruby red high heels. Do you know what I mean? Like her ass is going to be hanging out, her bare ass, and he's concerned about the shoes she's wearing.
Yeah, probably buy her some... just some jammies. I'd do it.
Make it, or a chocolate bar. I think that would be more useful to her right now.
A chocolate bar?
Yeah, when you like cheer you up in it.
Spoken like a true fat cunt. You're dying
all right,
on your
okay.
deathbed.
So when you're on your deathbed and I outlive you, which is inevitable, I'll buy you a pair of ruby
You're
red
outliving
high
me.
heels, you dickhead.
You're outliving me?
Yeah.
In what world?
Probably better choices, lad. Just in general.
Name one choice you've made that's better than...
Next question, please.
If anything, you've chose to commit yourself to an absolute lunatic of a woman who's going to kill you. And now I love Beck, but she will be the death of you because you're too much of a knob and she's got very little patience.
She's not actually a lunatic. She's all right.
No, but you make really bad choices.
But I bring it out of her. That's what I was going to say. I bring the madness.
No, every
out
time
of her.
I've met Becca, she's
Sweet,
lovely.
lovely.
She's genuinely an absolute diamond. And then you come round and you're just like, yeah, she tried to kill me.
Yeah. Mate, I swear to God, my alibi, like when I snap a murderer, my alibi is not going to hold up in court.
No.
Especially now that I've just admitted.
Yeah. This is going to be evidence.
I'm sweating now.
Yeah.
We change the subject. Queer eye for the straight guy.
Yeah, queer eye for the straight guy. That's what you were talking about originally.
I went off
That's
on
been
one
15 minutes.
Yeah, lad, they just fix his life. So I was saying it's just like a redneck who like listens to country music and like drinks too much and they don't look after themselves. They give them the mother of all makeovers and they're looking in a mirror and crying because they love what they see and they're like, I love you boy so much. You saved my life. And it's like a dead sweet show. It's dead sweet. It's if you want some wholesome goodness in your life, watch Queer Eye.
I love shows like that. Like my favourite one, and if anyone watches this, they will 100% be able to relate because you don't watch it for any other reason. But did you ever watch Kim and Nagi's How Clean Is Your House?
No, mate, I'm not a middle-aged woman. Now, I mean, times have changed now. Everyone cleans the house. Do you know what I mean? But back then, when
I was a proper clean freak. I still am. Like my house is. You've been to the house.
Do you love like Mrs.
Quite
Finch
literally. Yeah. Oh yeah. Power. But to be fair, I can't be dealing with these fucking like Stacey Solomon hanging up her crisps in a washing line that's in a cupboard. Do you know what I mean? What? Have you seen that? She's got like pegs in her thingy and she hangs her crisps up.
Really?
But, yeah, I can't be dealing with that. But every time you've been to the house.
Yeah, it's spotless.
Yeah, I'm a weirdo, man. So I used to love watching like How Clean Is Your House, and they would have this absolute. They live in squalor, you know what I mean? And I totally get that a lot of people's houses are, they're in a certain way because they're suffering mentally, and I totally get it. But some of these
still
people,
a scruffy cunt though.
Just, but some of these people are just fucking absolute scrubbers, and I love when they'll get a little cotton swab and they'll put it in, and an average house that is clean will show up at 9 decibels, or not decibels. What am I?
That's an audio thing, but I get what you're going for.
It's
like a level 9 or whatever.
Yeah, level 9. Oh, let's just work out what yours is. 9,800. What? Hang on, my actual gooch is cleaner than that. How is that happened? Anyway, they'll spend a full week blitzing this fella's house, and they do the before and after, and it's beautiful. And then it goes 3 weeks later, and they go around to see his house, and he's just
the same.
fucking worse than he started. And mate, and they stood there like that.
Fuming about it.
Are you taking the fucking piss, lad?
Just they're flashing back to like literally spreading this person's arsehole and pouring bicarbonate fucking soda and vinegar down it just to clear them out. That's all they did, innit? Cleared out drains with fucking bicarb and vinegar.
Yeah, it was just white vinegar and like you say, bicarbonate soda, and it just fucking cleans absolutely everything. Yeah, I fucking live for what's she called? Kim Woodburn. Oh man, what a woman!
I thought her name was Kim Nagy.
Kim and Aggie.
I thought her surname was Nagy. Kim Nagy.
No, Kim and Aggie. It's two people.
Who the fuck's
Aggie?
Aggie
Is like Agatha, I guess, would be her name.
Who?
There was two women.
There was two of them.
Yeah.
Well, only one of them stayed relevant, hasn't she? Well, barely.
Well, yeah, but she went on Celebrity Big Brother, didn't she? I think, and done like panel shows.
And people hated her as well, didn't they?
There's a video of that I will tell you about afterwards. But there's a comedian and she just dresses her down. And I've met this comedian and she's actually really nice. But
what, on an interview or?
Yeah, they're on this morning, and she's complaining about outdated language between men and women.
Yeah.
And Kim just fucking, She's like, "You're talking absolute shite, girl."
Kim dresses the comedian down.
Yeah. And I've actually met her, and she is really nice. She's a really nice woman. And I guess she's just. Kim did not like her views on feminism.
Joe, would you saying about them like going back and it still being like shit? Speaking of views on feminism, I just want to address that I actually do probably clean more than Rebecca. I just want to put that out before.
What's that got to do with feminism?
Are
you implying that Rebecca should be doing the cleaning?
I indicated earlier that,
but she doesn't. And
cleaning was a woman's job. I was just joking. I'm the cleaner.
You're a hero. Yeah.
I've just made myself look worse.
Absolutely you have. Yeah, because before it was a joke, and now it feels like you're trying to
and a cook.
Cover up your own.
I do most of the cooking.
Yeah, because you're in charge of your portion sizes, aren't you?
Cheeky fuck.
It's too easy, isn't it?
One day you'll stop fat shaming me, and you'll expect me for being.
Yeah, I love how I'm like, Liam, can you stop with the outdated feminist
views? You fat cunt!
You absolute fat piece of shit.
Respect yourself, you dickhead.
Anyway,
feminism, I'm all for it. Any statements made in this podcast are not factual.
You don't say. You do not say.
Yeah.
Of all the things we've talked about, you're just now like covering.
I don't want to lose me, Joe.
We're on episode. This is episode 6. We've released episode 5 today. We record and release on a Monday, which officially makes us more successful than 90% of podcasts started. And I know it doesn't sit like you're probably looking down in the little corner, looking at how many views we've got on YouTube, but just know that we are in the top 10%. I feel like Joe on OnlyFans where you're like in the top 0.1% because you've got such a nice fanny. Yeah. You know what I mean? We've got. I was gonna say we have a really nice fanny, but we don't. But yeah, we're more successful than 90% of podcasts started officially
because we haven't given up.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah, give it time.
While we're on the note of like subscribers and stuff, I want to do the weird thing of doing some admin and just saying like thanks for all like the comments and the fucking. What?
Imagine, I just when you said thanks, I thought you were done.
Thanks.
While we're on the subject, cheers.
Nice.
Next question.
And then just going on, hey, bicarbonate soda, yeah?
Yeah.
Bicarbonate vinegar. Does it sound, is it? Yeah. Well, I did just want to give a big fucking massive speech and like an Oscars acceptance speech, just saying like thank you for the likes and the comments and shit. Much appreciated. I'm shit at this thing now, so I'll let you do it later on the episode.
Yeah, just you're not shit, man. We're just we're trying to figure it out. It's all good. Like, but it has been. I think we've sort of already fucking done this a little bit, but the amount of support we're getting is quite a lot.
Surprising.
Quite a lot more than we anticipated. So yeah, we're really grateful for it, and we do think we've got something good going, and we're really enjoying doing it. So we're glad that you guys are, and yeah, keep sending in your support and stuff, and your really nice messages, because we're quite insecure and we don't get tired of hearing them. And
hashtag Liam is a feminist. Just want to get that out.
Trending.
Yeah.
In here.
I know this. We keep fucking digressing and stuff, but you know when you said about Kim and Aggie and stuff going back and everything being like still a shithole. Did you ever watch Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmare?
Oh my god, Ramsay's. Sorry, if you've not seen it, I apologise to you because you wanted to tell a story. But if you've not seen it, allow me to sum up. Can you come and help me with my restaurant? Sure. Right, your restaurant's shit. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Fuck you. It's not shit. Yeah, it is. Okay, right. Help me fix it. Right, I will do. Here's a new menu. See you later. Restaurant closed down. That is literally every fucking episode ever, isn't it?
They get so angry and they act as if Gordon doesn't have a fucking clue, and it's like he's literally an expert.
They've called him. They have called him.
You're on your lasties. You're dying. Do you know what I mean? This is a struggling business.
He's literally
got one of the highest profile chefs in the fucking world.
Yeah.
And you're not going to take any of the advice he gives you.
Yeah.
What is that? What is it? The bass is fucking raw.
Yeah.
Where's the lamb
What
sauce?
are you? An idiot sandwich. Yeah, man, I loved that show, but it did get really tiresome. There was a few where it's like, yeah. There was one called Mama Flo. She was class. That was a really good episode. She was just like this adorable, like Caribbean Jamaican woman. Yeah. And I think she was just struggling, and he really smashed it with her, and she was great.
Took it on board. But how often does that happen? Once a season?
Yeah,
I've never seen a success. I've never seen a successful one.
I've seen the odd one or two, but I did watch it a lot. But it did get really tiresome because it would just be him arguing. And so don't get me wrong, that the ones where they're arguing are the better ones. But I just used to love how fucking snaky the waitresses were, and they'd hand him like this meatballs, and they'd be like, "Oh, by the way, he made that 9 years ago. He's just heated it up. See you later." And then he'd go, "I heard you made that 9 years ago." And he'd be like, No. I don't know where he's from.
Scunthorpe. Yeah. My favourite one, I think it might have actually been episode 1 of the UK one, right? He goes in and it's a young lad who's like the chef in this like pub, and it seems like he takes on the advice, he turns it all around, they have a really successful night, obviously only because people have come because fucking Gordon's on the ticket, do you know what I mean? And then Gordon comes back to revisit. And it was similar to the situation. He comes in and it's like dead in the restaurants, and he's like, "Where is he?" They go in the kitchen. Gordon opens the kitchen. The guy doesn't know Gordon's coming in, because there's not cameras already in there. The cameras go in with Gordon, and he's just like got the radio blaring, and he's just like giving it the big and like that proper chill, like in Love and Life. It looks like Gordon opens the door and goes, turns the music off, and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" The guy just goes, "Chilling."
I'm just waiting for a mate. You can't park there, sir.
Just attempted to own it.
Yeah, I love that. I really what's your favourite fucking shit TV show? Because Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares is up there for me, but I love just watching like old remakes of, not remakes, what am I on about? Old episodes like Geordie Shore.
I watched season 1 of that back in the day, and I didn't mind it. Of all those types of shows, it entertained me. But I think just because I fucking love the Geordie accent and that. Yeah. But I don't really watch. Now that we have streaming and that, I never really just channel surf. But back in the day when I would channel surf, it was the likes of that. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy was genuinely one of them. Miami Ink. Did you ever watch Miami?
Oh,
Ink?
Power. Yeah. Oh my God. What was she called? Kat Von D.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God! Wow,
I was in love. I was in love with Kat Von D, and then she left.
And then she left to go pursue her own things because she'd had a big. Oh,
I was fucking D-Max, which is what I used to watch.
I was writing on the drama.
But that guy, didn't it have like a voiceover every episode to make it look all cool and shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love it. Never. Don't even have a tattoo. Never got a tattoo.
I
probably never will.
I can't tell you how much me and Beth have got into Dragon's Den. Oh my God.
Really?
On a fucking level, to the point where the other night we got a Chinese and we were sat there. I didn't have a gig that night. It was like a rare weekend night off. So I thought we'll just get a Chinese and we'll put something on the telly. And keep in mind, I've got Amazon Prime, Netflix, Disney Plus,
big hitters them,
BBC iPlayer, fucking anything that I could possibly. I've got one of those dodgy fucking, give us 30 quid and you can have every channel that's ever existed, guys. I've got one of them.
Showbiz Johnny with his chip box.
Yeah. And we just watched Dragon's Den and ate a Chinese. And I stopped and I was like, this is our life now. This is our life. I was sat there going, fucking hell, baby, he's not even got a patent. He's not even... What sort of fucking idiot?
Does he even care?
Hang on. You've turned over $7,000 in 7 years and you're valuing your business at 1.8 billion. Are you a fucking idiot? Mate, I get so heated. I'm so into it. It's really pathetic.
I've seen like clips of like big ones, but what I like is when I've heard I've just seen in the news like a company that's done well for themselves and then been rejected by the Dragons. So I've gone and I've watched that. Yeah. But I've never really got into the show. It's not something that you've cried.
I've cried at it. Yeah. Swear to God, go and type in. If you're watching this, pause it here, right, and type in Dragon's Den, Mac Tox chili paste. Tell me you don't cry.
Is it that spicy, is it, lads? And your eyes watering through the telly while you're crying off a curry paste?
Mate, he's just the sweetest guy. And he makes this fucking chili paste because he's like Malaysian. And I think he's Malaysian. I hope I didn't get that wrong. But he's like Malaysian.
We're feminist and we're not racist.
Hey, you look Malaysian.
The way you said that was like an old school northern comedian in a social club.
So he made this chili paste because he wanted to. He missed his like mum's chili paste, so he made it and started to sell it, and it made this like big thing, and it just made me cry, man.
The golden buzzer effect. All
yeah.
over
Oh
again.
man, I cry at everything. I cried. I'm not fucking kidding. Right, I cry at everything. I cried at Finding Nemo.
I mean, no, that's distressing.
Did you cry within 3 minutes of it starting?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh, okay, good. Right, yeah. Okay.
Get up. You seen up?
Oh, fuck right off, mate. Kill yourself. I sat there, right? And I knew it was sad, so I sat there. I'm like, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not.
You watched,
and
like-
then I seen the little fucking
Big boys don't cry. Big boys don't cry.
the purple badge that he gets. Oh my god.
Have you seen that
Absolutely
worst
ruined
cry
me day.
ever?
Yeah, horrible, man. And I cried at Marley and Me. Do you know what I didn't cry at? Oh, Titanic. I was like, I don't even care.
Never seen it.
You've never seen Titanic?
No, never
What?
seen it.
Why?
Just never fancied it.
We should do a watch along.
A 3-hour movie of us talking over it. We've talked about this before.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Cry at fucking absolutely everything. Like, I'm a proper pussy though. Like, but I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll watch, like, when I said that I watch, like, Golden Buzzer acts when I'm hungover and stuff. Like, I watch them all the time. Like, there's one of, like, a kid in America's Got Talent.
America has got challenges, but this is not the podcast to solve them.
America's Got Talent, and he had cancer, and the kids bullied him. And he started playing the violin, and he does a rendition of What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger. And I'm sat there, me going,
You stand a little taller, lad. You do it. You do it for them all.
Mate, horrible.
What film has made you cry more than what? I know we've just talked about a few. What film absolutely annihilated you to the point where you can still remember now how upset you were? When
He's so hack, but I ugly cried at Marley and Me.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's go-to.
Yeah,
I mean, I watched Marley and Me with my dog on me, like cuddling me, and I was just like, I love you so much, lad.
Squeezed it so tight you were in the same position
Ironically,
as Marley.
I killed him. Yeah, hits you in the feels. That. Have you ever seen a Dog's Purpose?
No, I don't believe I have.
It's just a fucking cheesy. It's not a good movie, but it's like Marley on Me on Steads because it's about a dog that keeps dying and getting reincarnated as different dogs. So it's 5 different Marley and Me's, and everyone. Because if you love dogs, everyone will make you go. Ah. Yeah.
I've been watching, going back to what's like shit TV shows and wholesome stuff. Have you watched? This podcast really. It's just basically turned into a TV guide. This is teletext, this podcast now.
Yeah.
But so before we go into the ad break...
Teletext? What a fucking pull. Does that exist still?
Fire that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, just fucking...
There's a comment that's got a really good bit
about...
about... Matt Reed's got a great bit on teletext, and I'm not going to do it because I'll fucking butcher it, but it's great. It's really funny. But yeah, man, there's a TV show. What's it called? Fucking hell. If you know what I'm on about, I can't remember what it's called, but if you know what I'm on about, comment below so Liam fucking knows. But it's basically they want a dog and they don't have a dog, but they go to like this kennel and they pair them up with a dog.
I have seen it, lad.
Mate,
I've seen it, yeah. But it's also kind of funny as well when sometimes certain dogs just aren't interested in certain people, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hang
on. This one's Chinese.
This I'm gonna rescue dog.
This one's gonna eat me. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for downloading the podcast. Listen, if you are watching on YouTube, please do us a favor, drop the video a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It really does help more than you think.
And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, or anywhere that you get your podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating. If you think we're worth less than that, just don't rate it. Don't be a nib end. Don't be a Karen. Do one.
And if you wouldn't mind, give us a follow on social media as well. It's at Spread Negativity Pod on absolutely everything, except for Twitter, where it's at S Negativity Pod, because Twitter is a gobshite, and we didn't realise that has a character limit until we decided on the name. So fuck you, Twitter. Let's get back to the episode. I seen something today that I wanna run by you. I thought it was pretty funny. I've seen it before previously, but I never paid it any attention. But before I do that, going back to what we were talking about in the first section, and all them shit TV shows. I thought of one in the break there. Did you ever watch Pimp My Ride?
I fucking
mate,
loved Pimp My Ride.
What a fucking show that was.
Exhibit was the guy. Did he do anything before or since?
I think he just did music, didn't he? And then they were like, that's the guy for us.
Yeah.
They had a UK version with Tim Westwood, didn't they?
I know, that was like the exhibit. Tim Westwood, you couldn't get further apart, could
Yeah.
you? But Tim Westwood didn't know that. Tim Westwood,
yeah.
he tried his best to be exhibit.
And this is why Exhibit A.
Oh, lad. How old is he now, Tim Westwood? Is he still with
he's like
us?
98, isn't he? Is he still with us?
His
I don't
kid's
know.
buying him a pair of Christmas shoes.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
on his last days.
I love that show, me though, man. I really did love it. Like, they just took everything to the extreme, didn't they?
Yeah,
like you would say you liked one thing.
MTV,
so they'd be like, "Oh, this guy likes the outdoors. So what have we gone and done? We've put a falcon in his glove box." And you're like, "How have you got to?"
Don't open it! Don't open it!
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's pretty aggressive actually.
It's like trying to get out.
This is why Little Mo's only got one ear. What can we do though? It was worth it.
I know you're a fan of drinking, so we've put a fucking mini fridge in the armrest. The guy's just sipping Coors Light and driving at the same time.
Yeah. You're a paramedic, so you know, just because I know you like to bring your work home with you, put a dead guy in your boot. It was so ridiculous.
Who needs a windscreen when you can have a 42-inch plasma screen TV? Watch the NFL.
What's that? You like a coffee? Well, here's a Starbucks just for you on your passenger seat. You even got it comes with its own waiter.
Did you ever like dream of those cars though? Like thinking that was the standard for rich people's cars?
Yeah.
I can't think of rich people doing that shit.
Yeah, it was always like someone that just fucking
Barista-mobile.
just didn't have the funds at all. That's why they had the shittest car ever, and they just jumped on this TV show and they'd do it all up. And then I just think every time, do you know that little box on Admiral's like insurance thing where it's like, have you done any modifications to your car? How do you tell them that you have a diving board in your boot because you like swimming? How do you do that? Like that's a fucking insane price that you're gonna have to then deal with. You've gone on the show because you can't afford anything. You can't afford a new car, and all they've done is put your insurance premium up by 48 grand a year.
One thing that they'd put on every single car as a standard, without a doubt, was them spinning rims.
Yeah.
On it, every single
Plastic
rim
spinners as well.
was fucking spinning. And, rims spinning. My head fell off. Then I had some horrible visuals there.
Hey, that's all right. That'd be decent. That
Depends whose rim, lad. I wouldn't want to see my rim spinning.
I'm taking that old move. That's coming on with me.
I remember talking about Pimp My Ride with someone when it was first on, and I was like, "Oh, have you seen it?" And then they put on like 50-inch rims, and they were like, "What are you fucking on about 50 inches?" I was like, "Do you know how big that is?" I was like, "No, it's a fucking monster truck, lad."
Sorry, you said inches.
50 inches, so that's 10 of your dick. Do the math.
Okay, moving on. No, the thing I did want to speak to you about, that's really tickled me, that with Pimp My Ride, I'll be honest. But the thing I did want to speak to you about, Beth tagged me in something today, and you might have seen it on Facebook, because it's been going around, and it is very old news, and trust me now to jump on the trend.
If it's, I probably have not heard of it.
Yeah, you're not much of a
I don't have my
social media
fingers on
guy,
the pulse. I have my fingers on my ass. That's my...
All right, spinning it around on your rim.
Don't use that as the no context intro. I've got my fingers up my ass.
Now I'm using it as a no context
so
intro. So you'll have heard that about an hour earlier. No, there's a thing that's going around again at the minute. And Beth tagged me in it today. And like I say, you might have seen it. Florida man plus your birthday. You ever seen it?
Oh,
Okay, so there's so many headlines in Florida. And if you Google Florida man plus your birthday, something happened on your birthday that a Florida man did, right?
Okay.
And I've Googled what both of ours are, yeah?
Oh, sick. So I don't even have to do the
No,
work.
you don't have to do the work, man. Man did prep. It didn't take long. I just Googled Florida man plus March 19th. And mate, what a fucking doozy, right? So I'm going to start with mine because mine's less funny than yours. And when you hear mine, you'll be like, fucking hell, how funny could mine possibly be? So my birthday is January 7th. So I took the liberty to Google Florida man January 7th, and it came up with Florida man denies syringes found in rectum are his.
Never seen them before, lad. Never seen them before.
How
did they get there?
How did we get there? Could that be more me though?
Hold on, syringes.
Yeah.
Plural.
Yeah, there was more than one. Because my guy was he was committed. He didn't just stop at one, because why the fuck would you?
What was he doing? He doesn't have diabetes.
He just didn't like needles. Couldn't couldn't cope with the idea of it going in his skin, so he just stuck him up his ass and
full syringe.
Yeah.
Just boofed them one by one. Fucking hell. Syringe.
yeah, it's a lot, that, isn't it? And then, do you want to hear yours?
Go on.
Your mate, yours tickled me. It really did.
I'll try and compose myself. I'm you drawing up.
So, Florida man, March 19th. Florida man allegedly attacks mum because he didn't like the way his ham was cooked. Now, could that be more you? If you're ever going to prison, it's because you've stocked your mum in the mouth because she's not done your fucking quiche right. That's you all over.
How is ham was cooked, did you say? Like, how'd you fuck up a ham?
I mean, ask your mum.
I'll smash her head in. This is my ham.
I've got a fucking bone to pick with you. Oh, man, it really tickled me. It really did. Like I say, I had a little look of all. Like, you've got to have a look at all your loved ones. Like, please pause the podcast here. Type in Florida man plus your birthday, and then comment below what yours is, because I can never get tired of hearing. I can't remember what best was, and I didn't write it down. But I typed in like Florida man April 9th, and it came up with like Florida man tries to fuck turtles while on an acid trip. You know, just something completely ridiculous. But it's never just like Florida man has a car crash. It's always like Florida man has a car crash whilst drinking hot sauce whilst getting banged by 14 prostitutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's so far beyond the realm of like what is conceived to be a honest mistake.
Well, do you remember that, like, the zombie, the real life zombie, the guy, it's like a famous, they took bath salts and ate someone's face. Like, I think that is like a Florida man thing.
No,
legitimately, I think Florida's known for being crazy. Like, whenever I listen to like American comedians podcasts and stuff, Florida gets spoken about with this like mad disdain.
They've got too much sun, haven't they?
But I know it for is like fucking Disney
Disneyland
World.
and that,
Which sounds like the exact opposite of syringes in the asshole.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want him at Disneyland, would you? That's Mickey Mouse in a bad way.
That. It was Mickey. It was Mickey.
Oh man, fucking hell! Imagine. I watched this TikTok video the other day of a girl at Disneyland, and she runs up to like Winnie the Pooh, and Winnie the Pooh's got to be like, no, and instantly I was like, fucking hell, Winnie the Pooh's a nonce, just trying to control himself. But apparently it was because of COVID. That's why the girl wasn't allowed near him, and everyone was kicking off in the comments. Turns out it's nothing to do with COVID, but his suit's so heavy, the top half, his head, that if he bends down to hug the kid, it'll fall off onto the kid and crush her.
So just see Dave.
Yeah, not only that, she's crushed under Winnie the Pooh's massive fucking. Imagine that. That's a horrible trip to Disneyland.
I've never considered how it's so hot there wearing them suits. That must be the worst.
Why does sorry to digress? Why does every cunt propose there?
I proposed in Florida.
Did you really? Yeah. Oh my God! Fuck off!
Not
Did you
Disney
really?
World though. Harry Potter, because I'm not a fucking.
Oh my
idiot.
God! That's way worse.
How is it?
Oh please!
It was magical. It was magical.
Can I sliver in yours for hours for the rest of your life? Will you let me sliver in?
Be my muggle. That's what I said.
You're a fucking Hufflepuff, you mate.
That's actually my house. I am a Hufflepuff.
Oh, stop it.
I'm big into
Are you
Harry
a proper
Potter,
Harry
mate.
Potter on?
I love Harry Potter.
Oh no.
Harry Potter taught me how to read. I love that
Taught you
shit.
how to read?
Yeah, himself. Yeah, he came round to ours. He was a friend of the family. No, they were the first novels I ever read. I loved Harry Potter. I read the
I've
books
never read
before
the
I
books,
saw the
mate.
films.
I've never read the books. Couldn't be asked.
You're not a fan?
It's not I'm not a fan. Why am I watching something? Why am I reading something I can watch?
Mate, are you really one of those people? The books are often better, you know.
Right, but it's graft, innit? Gotta read it.
I can't even.
Mate, I can't even tell you the extent of the stuff that I will read. I'll read The Bleach when I'm sat on the toilet and I forgot my phone.
But you won't read Harry Potter.
That's it. And I'll read the cereal boxes when I'm fucking putting my cornflakes in. I'm like, fucking hell, who knew? 17 grams of sugar, right? And I'll read just Facebook and TikTok and all that sort of shit. But that's me done.
Really?
I don't read.
You don't have the fucking patience for it.
I have an Audible subscription. I've not read a book. I just fucking have someone else read it to me.
Listen to them. Oh, see, I've tried, but they're often read in shit voices. If it's the person, you know, if it's like an autobiography, it's the person whose autobiography it is. That's completely different. But if it's like I had a little listen to like a Game of Thrones one, and it was like it was just so I couldn't.
I'd love to do an autobiography and just get like an Asian woman to read it out. You know what I mean? So everyone's like expecting, like, because it'd be me going, "What's up, guys? Thanks so much for buying the book. I really appreciate you. Thanks for checking it out." That'll be me at the start.
Now do the Asian woman version and get us cancelled.
No. But then it just switched to an Asian woman. It was like, "It started when he was 9.
I don't know what accent that was.
I don't either. It felt like the one that was be. And
To get you in the least amount of trouble.
And also, it started when he was 9, as if that's when my life really took off.
Yeah, the first night, you don't want to hear about it.
He got a panda pop from the shop, and he had an epiphany.
He did fuck all with those first 9 years of his life. He was a loser.
Yeah. I was going to say something to you then. What were we talking about before?
Books? You don't like reading them?
No.
I was like
I just can't be bothered.
I've never really liked sports and shit. I've always liked escapism, like books, comic books. I was really good at being a virgin when I was younger. Basically, they were all like my hobbies, and I still read fucking comic books and shit now as an adult when I find the time.
Yeah,
legitimately. In fact, I got drunk on Friday night and spent £100 on Batman comics because they were on sale. Genuinely blocked me card. I had to call the bank on Saturday morning.
That's the worst, isn't it?
I work for my bank. And so I was even more embarrassed, and I was like, yeah,
all right, Tory, can you just let me in? I'm really trying to hang on, you didn't flag it up when I spent $9,000 on OnlyFans, but I get one DC comic and you're like, "Oh, this doesn't sound like Liam."
Do you know what the worst thing about it was though, lad? It wasn't even fraud. I'd maxed out the number of individual transactions you can make in one day because they were all like, the reason I'd spent that much is because I was bladdered. They were all like £2 or £3, and I was just like, yeah, I'll have that, I'll have that, I'll have that, I'll have that.
Oh my good God.
£100 later.
Absolute lunatic.
I know. And you know what the thing is? I won't read them. I won't find the time to read. That's how Amazon and Kindle get you.
Yeah, I've got like 9 credits. But if I cancel Audible,
audiobooks still do the same.
If I cancel Audible, I'll lose all of them. And I'm like, well, that's money I've spent. That's £90 there.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be £100 next month.
Yeah.
What can you do?
They're just cunts.
Yeah.
That's why he's the richest bellend in the world. I'll see a book I'm vaguely interested in. Say it's like £16 for a physical book. I'll go, I'm vaguely interested in that. Put it in my wish list. And then I'll get like an email and they'll be like, £2 for the digital version. So they'll feed it to me and I'll go, it's £2. I'll just buy it now. I'll read it later. I must have the biggest fucking digital library. I've read a handful. Because as much as I said I like doing those things, when do you find the fucking time? Do you know what I mean with stand up?
I just have this image of your Audible fucking your Audible bought books but not started, just being like Sheridan Smith's autobiography, just like proper past it. You've had him that long.
I like 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. I'll have that.
Cilla Black's autobiography.
You love Cilla Black, you lad.
Honestly, Have a Word mentioned her one time, and then we did it one time because I'd just watched their episode, and I was like, she was just in my mind, and then it became a running thing, and now honestly, if she was alive, we need to get her as a guest.
No, she's a Tory. She can fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
She was a massive
Funnily
Tory,
enough, you just reminded me of what I was going to say before, and I can't remember the segue into it, but it was essentially, how do you know when someone's a Tory? Like, what's their... Joe, when you just know.
They say lunch instead of dinner.
Yeah.
That's got to be it,
that's a big
it?
one.
If you say lunch, I'm going on my lunch.
Yeah.
Tory.
Because I was talking to somebody in the crowd recently at a gig, and like they just screamed Tory. Yeah. And I started rallying off all the things that like I just know you're a Tory. Like I was stood there, I was like, I bet you've got a boiling water tap, you fucking hack. Like I just...
Mate, my head fell off when I found out they existed. That's the future, that, isn't it?
Mate, unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd burn myself a lot. Like, I really would. Yeah. But what is the most Tory thing? Like, if you have Tyrrell's crisps, they're Tory then.
I know, but I've had them in the power, but I get what you mean.
No, I'm not judging them. They are Tory.
If you have them in your cupboard,
them all. Vote Labour, live Tory, mate. That's the mantra. That's the way of life. Like, I'm going, oh, fucking hell, look at you, Tory. I wish I had them.
Yeah, I want a yacht. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, a yacht isn't Tory. Tory is defending those with yachts.
Yeah.
That's what Tory
They matter too.
Yeah. I don't have a yacht, but if I did.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's mad you mention that because I've done
having
a
a horse. Having a horse is Tory. Beth's got a horse.
Tory. I was going to say Beth's a Tory.
I properly thought she was a Tory, and then she introduced me to the horse. I was like, oh, it's well cute.
Having a horse is...
Have I ever told you about the fucking horse's name?
Hold on, is it Giselle or something?
Oh mate, it's got human names. Pretty much every horse on the yard that she like has her horses on, they all have a human name. And I feel like I need to preface this with
you say yard. My concept of what a yard is
the longest yard. I've seen Adam Sandler.
It's not what a fucking horse's yard is. Are we talking like
just
a
like
big...
stables?
Okay.
Yeah, they call
Not
it the
just
yard.
some
It should be
fucking
stables,
flagged,
really, but they call it the yard. So it's just ingrained in me. But I feel like I should preface this with I've been lucky enough to gig with some of the best comedians this country has ever seen.
And I've been lucky enough to gig with Aaron.
And he takes all these comedians through osmosis. You know what I mean? No, we've been lucky enough to gig with some sensational comics. No, not one of those comics has ever made me laugh more than when she introduced me to a horse named Sebastian. Like I'm sorry, but
Your horse is a fucking crab, lad.
Yeah. A horse with any animal with a human name is she's got a horse. Her mum's got a horse named Gemma. You can't convince me that's not the funniest fucking...
You wouldn't believe this. I caught my dad riding Gemma.
Exactly, man. Fucking Barnabas, come here, lad. You've got... if you ever have an animal, if you have a dog and you call it Max or Spots, then kill yourself. How are you not getting fucking...
My dog's called Scamp.
What?
Yeah, my mum's dog's called Scamp. He's my dog, but
Scamp?
I've moved house. Scamp, yeah.
As in, like, Scampy Fries?
As in, like, your little scamp.
Oh.
Scampy, we call him.
Yeah.
We do actually call him Scampy, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a surprise that you call your
It's
dog.
a dog's name, innit?
Is it?
What do you want me to call him? Fucking Barnabas? Is that better?
Mate, that's power, though. That's so funny. Like, I did a gig the other day.
Barnabas, come here.
I did a gig in Poynton on Friday, and there was a fucking one of the comics has got a bit about dogs, and they asked this woman if she got a dog. Anyone got any dogs? And this woman said, yeah. And he went, what's your dog called? And the dog was called Lord Wilson. And it's like he said to her, he was like, if you ever like
that dog probably owns more land than us.
But I love that though, because if you ever fucking seen a dog or heard a dog's name and just known that it's got a fucking Instagram account.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what my mate's got I love this, right? My mate's got a French bully that he's called, he called him Jean-Paul.
Amazing.
Because he's French. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Jean-Paul tragically passed away. So he's got another French bully called Claude. He's kept on the tradition. But he wants to get an English bulldog. Call him like fucking Graham.
Yeah.
So he's like Jean-Paul,
Big Dave.
Claude, Graham.
Yeah. What if you get like a Siberian husky just like calling it Ike?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love shit like that though. I really do. Like, what is the best dog's name?
The best dog's name you've ever heard? The best pet name, it goes beyond dogs. So I had a driving instructor who was just talking about like my old driving instructor. We were just chatting, Joe, as he was like teaching us and that. And he was talking about his cat, and he was telling me about a time his cat ate like a bag of weed, which is a mad story anyway. I mean, nothing mad happened. Obviously, what you'd expect to happen. The cat fucking freaked the fuck out.
Yeah. That's kind of horrible, I think. Like, you see the videos, don't you?
They never fed it to him. So it's thinking like...
They just left it near his bowl.
No, the kid, his kid had brought... It wasn't known to be. And it's how they found out the kid had it was because he come clean and was like, the cat's eating me fucking weed.
Yeah. But cat owes me 30 bags. I'm on tick here. And I've got him fucking at my door. The cat owes me 30 quid.
He took it on layaway.
Yeah.
But his cat was called Hank McFarland. He gave him a surname as well, lad.
Oh my God.
Hank McFarland. And I was like, what? And he was just dead matter of fact. He was like, gotta give you an animal a surname, lad.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
Yeah, for sure.
He was the best. My driving instructor was the best. Sorry to digress. We'll get back on the fucking animal names, but just while I'm on that topic, we were like, he was teaching me like a dual carriageway, so I'm doing 50 for the first time, Or it wasn't dual carriageway, but whatever. There's a central reservation where I'm doing 50. There's like a traffic merging on the left, and someone doesn't give way and does cut me up. So my instructor had to like slam on a bit, and he went, speed up now, speed up. And I was going faster than 50, and he was going, keep going. And he went, pull to the right, he like to, overtake this person. And he rolled down the window when we were next to them, and he went, I'm trying to teach him here, you fucking knobhead. Screamed at him.
Holy shit.
Put the window back up, then just turns. So like he's screaming in that direction. I'm sat there in the driver's seat, and he goes, I'm trying to teach him here, you fucking knobhead. If you turn to page 35, that's on the highway code. Do you They just turned
Oh my
and told me
God.
it was on the highway.
Yeah, sounds like it is. You're just out shitting yourself. Like,
Yeah, he was so cool. I loved my driving instructor.
Yeah,
He was sound, Past first time, innit?
What was I going to say? What were we talking about?
Animal names.
Animal names. Yeah, I got a hamster in lockdown. I don't have it now. It got mites, and it cost me £100 to clear it of mites. And then 2 weeks later, it got mites again. And I was like, I'm done with this hamster, man. This hamster can swivel. And I
Did you boot it?
No, I took it to the vet, and the vet rehomes it. Basically, it was mad, to be fair. Like, because reason I bring it up, the hamster was called Scott.
Why?
I don't know.
It was Scott mites.
That was fucking nice, Steve. But yeah, man, it was a female hamster as well, which makes it all the better.
I'm sorry, she Scott mites.
Yeah. So please don't misgender my hamster.
Scumbag.
But I took it to the vet, and I was basically hinting that like I don't want this hamster anymore. Like, please take it off my hands. And I don't want people to think that I didn't fucking do my best with this hamster. Like, the cage was fire. I'm gonna genuinely. I've got pictures of the fucking cage, and I'm gonna slide it into the video here. Yeah, and mate, their cage was fire. Like, I didn't have it in like just a little fucking tabletop cage. I built it a cage.
Sick.
I got IKEA tabletops, and I built it, mate. It was chef's kiss.
It sounds like you just wanted to build a cage.
Yeah, I did.
Didn't really care much for the hamster.
It was lockdown, man. I
didn't
was bored as fuck. And then as soon as it was like, you can go out again, I was like, fuck this hamster.
Did you feel like you were in a cage, so you built the cage you wanted to live in?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Slide, lads. Do you know what I mean? The hamster can slide down it. Dead fun.
Mate, I genuinely give it. Like, it was about, I had like fucking 15 inches. I'll get back to the podcast in a second, by the way. But I had like,
I'm in it, lads.
I had 15 inches of like bedding. Yeah. And then I built it like a little platform on the top, and it had tubes going up through the bed. Mate, this fucking hamster, it had like 4 different variations. I only had the hamster for like 4 months. Had like 4 different variations of the cage. It had like a fucking tube that was going up, so it had its own little platform where its food was and stuff, and it had like a millet spray. Mate, it was power. And then when they go up through the tubes, yeah, it can go up one way or it can go the other way, and it had a little fucking bedroom.
Right.
I'm sorry. Listen,
I'm sorry.
Don't interrupt me, because don't interrupt me, because it had like a little bit where it can choose to go up the fucking tube, or it can go another way where it had its own little bedroom, right? Where I had like a little pretend TV in there, and I called it its ham cave. And you cannot convince me that is not the best thing you've ever heard of.
Like, that's the problem.
Mate.
No, that's why I was trying to interrupt you, because it's excellent. It's superb. But then you gave a hamster all that and then put it back in a home. Could you imagine if one of Brad and Angelina's kids?
I didn't.
Look at this mansion. Look at all your wildest dreams come true. Get back to the Sudan.
Well, no, to be fair, like it was kind of grim, really, because I wasn't going to get one, because we did have one originally and it died. But it's one of them, it died within like 6 weeks of having it.
I'm trying to get sympathy on this podcast. You scum.
No, we did have one and it died, but it died the same day that I built because it kept trying to...
Because it was sick of waiting for you to finish. It was like, I'm cold here, lad.
I got a cage, right? And it was a 6 feet long cage. Mate, I'm getting so heated because this hamster didn't care. I worked for this hamster and it was not bothered, right? And I really tried my best for this hamster. It was so ungrateful. And it had a 6 feet long cage, but it was a female Syrian. And if you've ever had hamsters, you'll know nothing's enough for them. You could give them in this entire room and it would not be enough, right? And it kept trying to escape. So I needed to build a cage that was taller. And I'll slide all the fucking cages in because it wasn't high enough and it could reach the roof of the cage, and it kept trying to escape out of it. I think it died out because of stress. Genuinely,
trying to get out,
because it was constantly trying to get out. So the day I was building it a better cage, so it would no longer be stressed, it died of stress, right? So I built this cage. It cost me 120 quid to build this cage, and then I went to like this fucking pet store because I was like, I've built the cage now. You can't just fucking sell it, like, because no one's buying. People get a hamster, they don't anticipate having a fucking massive cage. So I went to this pet store and it was just the woman, mate, she was a fucking lunatic, right? She had like fucking I asked to see the hamster and she went and got it out of like a Tupperware. I'm not kidding, right? And then she drops the hamster. So she drops the hamster twice from like 4 foot in the air.
What, in the Tupperware or?
Yeah, and the hamster kept biting a fucking
I wonder.
It kept biting her hand.
Just put it on the fucking tower to tenner.
It can probably smell my chippy. And in my mind, I was like, how have you not washed your hands before you're handling this fucking... So I just felt so bad for it. I wasn't even going to get another one. And I know you probably shouldn't, because all they've done is replace it with another hamster that's now in that same position. But I just felt dead bad for it. And I was like, I've literally got the perfect cage at home. Like, do you know what I mean? Even if it because I said to Beth, I was like, even if it dies in like 3 weeks.
Aren't you such a fucking
I'm a martyr. I'm a martyr.
What it is, lad, is that you put loads of effort into that cage and you didn't want it to go wasted. So don't you fucking cry the fucking hamster whisperer over here. Or he was sick of smelling chippy fingers and he just wanted somewhere better to live. Fuck off. It was selfish. You didn't want your efforts to be wasted.
No, I didn't. But I also did think that this hamster's going to fucking die in here anyway. It might as well die in my fucking hamster haven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I took it home and I was like, even if it dies within 6 weeks, it is what it is. And I think it had mites when we got the hamster in the first place, and it was proper grim. Like within like fucking 3 weeks, the cage was just covered. And I took it to the vet, and you had to pay like 30 quid for fucking all this hamster stuff, and then you had to fucking clean out the cage, and I had to put it in a temporary cage for 3 days and air out the mate. It was fucking effort. You know what I mean? It was really
like a
graft.
fumigation.
But there's yeah, exactly. So you had to wait for all the eggs to hatch, and then you fucking clean out that, and then when I put it back in, bearing in mind you had to buy a new bedding. The bedding's like, it cost like 120 quid to do a full changeover, and within a week the cage was just as filled with mites. And I was like, I can't.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, like it's costing so much money. I don't have the money, and I didn't anticipate this, and it's a shitty situation. So when I took it to the vet, they were just like, we understand, we'll take it off your hand, we'll take her off your hands. And she actually said, my boyfriend's going to kill me. And I said, why? And she was like, this is the 4th pet I've took on this week. So I just imagine that their house is like Chester Zoo.
What, I thought you meant covered in mites.
Yeah. Do you know, like sometimes you fucking pick up KFC on the way home. She just comes home with another fucking, I've got a cat today, love. Wouldn't be ideal, would it?
What did you do with the cage?
I just fucking destroyed it, man. I was gutted.
You
just
took your rage out.
No, I just like you couldn't get rid of it. Yeah. Like it was fucking sick, but no one's buying it. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was my rant about my hamster.
When I was younger,
I didn't anticipate getting so heated about that, but I grafted for this fucking hamster, and I needed to tell the full story, because if any fucking knobhead says, "Oh, Aaron just didn't care about his hamster," I'll be so heated.
I don't think you did. It was purely you had a project, you finished your project, and you didn't want your efforts to go unwasted.
Project's ham. Yeah, man. Upset me.
When I was younger, we had like mice, so we put like some traps out, and that we had like a mice problem, and we solved it. They fucking dead mice cropping up and stuff. Not nice, but it was all like sorted. Then like a week or two later, I just heard like my dad worked the nights. So as I was like leaving for school was the time that he'd like just sort of come out. He'd come home maybe like an hour or two before, and he was going up to bed. Shortly before leaving for school, I just heard him like raging upstairs. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I hear bang, 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 bang. And he'd like went into the bedroom. He was smashing my mum. I went into the bedroom.
Fucking hell, we had mice, didn't know we had a rat.
And there was like a mouse in their bedroom. And my dad had just like darted into like the cupboard in the hall, got a hammer, and was like trying to kill it, rather than fucking setting a trap or not, and was trying to manually kill a mouse with a hammer. Yeah, but he did it. He killed it. He said, and he was going like he was kind of proud of himself for what he was going. It was a stupid fucker as well. It kept going under the bed and then popping its head back out, and then going under the bed, popping its head back out, and I got it, and he
like a whack-a-mole.
Yeah, bam, bam with a hammer.
Oh my god!
So he does that, and then literally we get like a knock on the door, and it's the next door neighbour, and we had like 2 young girls living next door to us.
Oh
and they
no!
were like,
no!
Have you seen a hamster at all?
No.
We were looking after the school hamster, and it got out, and that's why because it was trusted of people. That's why it was coming out. And my dad was like, no, I never saw nothing. And he closed the door, and he turned to me, and he was devastated. He was like, I thought it looked clean. Same girls years later, right? Had another hamster, and knocked round, and they were like, we think the hamster's dead, Liam, can you check for us? And I was like, yeah, okay. So I went round, and it was like stiff like that, like rigor mortis had set in.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's dead. So I helped them bury it. We buried it, and then I found out after telling a friend,
hibernate, don't they?
They hibernate.
You buried a hamster alive. You fucking absolute. Oh my god!
So there's a history of it in the family.
Yeah,
we
and you're
hang
the fuck about. Oh my god! You're sat there going, "Oh my god, Aaron, you're so selfish. All you wanted to do was give this hamster a home because it was your project. I don't even think that you really cared about hamsters. Oh my god! Oh, hey, by the way, I buried one alive, and my dad killed one with a hammer. Your dad went full Gangs of New York on your pet neighbour's hamster.
I reckon if the hamster had kneecaps, he'd have done them as well.
Your dad went build a butcher on your fucking next door neighbour's pet pet hamster, and you're griefing me because I wanted to give a hamster a nice few weeks alive.
Hey,
You
night shifts will do
absolute
that.
fucking scumbag.
Night shifts will do that to a man. Push
Oh
them to
my
his wits
God.
end. Do you know what's mad as well? Was actually like an animal lover.
No, it doesn't sound like he was, because I'd think I'd be able to like tell the difference between a mouse and a hamster on account that only one of them's got a tail this long.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking! All you were doing was fucking projecting yourself. Your fucking.
I know.
Oh,
And now that I've put it out in the
way.
world, and I'm saying these words out loud, I'm feeling regret, I'm feeling shame.
Yeah.
Spread negativity.
yeah. All we're doing is unlocking wounds.
Trauma.
Yeah.
I'm bleeding, Aaron. I'm bleeding.
Obviously, I've got a question.
Oh,
we
cool.
always wrap up with a question, and then we have a little off your chest section. I've got one of those today, and I'm pretty
Sick.
fucking hated about it. But I've got a question for you.
Okay.
What did you want to be when you were younger? Because obviously no one, I mean, you work in finance now. If you wanted to do that, then get a fucking life.
I did.
And I've always sort of wanted to do stand-up, but prior to that, I had a different dream. Fucking Nelson Mandela over here. Not Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King.
Yeah. Wrong black guy. Jesus, what?
I mean, Nelson Mandela had dreams too.
Feminism, animal cruelty. So, are you saying they all look the same, lad? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying at all.
I'm trying to throw him under the bus here.
You don't say. You don't say. Okay, right. Martin Luther King, I had a dream. So,
Sweating.
yeah, a little bit. But I always wanted to do stand-up, really, from being like 12 years old. I didn't start till I was like 21, because I didn't really have the fucking bollocks. 22-ish that I started. 21, 22, I don't know.
Did you do gigs in front of the mirror? Like, you fucking wet wipe.
No.
Yeah, you did. It was
I
too
mean,
much of a
we all
pause then.
practice when, like...
Oh, no, I still do gigs. I mean, I've practiced in front of the mirror, but I'm talking about when you were a kid.
No.
I used to, when I first started practice in front of the mirror, the thought of that cringes me out now.
It's awful,
Couldn't
isn't it?
do that, lad.
I do it in the car a lot. Just to talk to myself
Oh, yeah,
in the
no,
car.
same.
Yeah. Anyway, what did you want to be when you were older?
Less fat.
Were you that fat as a child that was your...
No, but I thought I was. Do you know what I mean? I'm the fattest I've been now. And I look back at those pictures of me as a kid, I'm like, woo, boy, you were skinny.
It's genuinely mad, because if I ate how you ate, I would be so thin. Like, you genuinely don't eat that much. It's as if your body's got to this and
It's just
gone,
maintaining
this is
it,
you for life.
It's not that I don't eat that much. What I eat isn't that bad. I just eat like a fair bit of it.
Mate, you came round to mine the other day before we went to the gig, and you ate fucking noodles with like chicken out of a Tupperware cold.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was eating like a Kinder Bueno.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I had cheesecake prior to you coming over.
I'm shedding weight right now. I'm almost a stone down. Man's got fucking goals. Do you know what I mean? Gains.
I can't wait
and
to
that.
just fucking clip all the thumbnails from like
You're gonna see it.
you and the...
When the heroin kicks in, and I'm like,
yeah.
all those syringes in my arsehole just start taking hold.
That was mine. You're the one that kicks your mum in the fucking mouth because she hasn't done your
I'm a
your
changed
ham.
man now. I'm syringe ass guy. All right, I'm shedding. Bigger dick as well. That would have been nice when I was a kid. No, I wanted to be.
That'd be nice now, not just when you were a kid.
Yeah, I thought it'd get bigger. Never did grow. I wanted to be. This is so stupid. I swam with sharks once on a holiday.
You wanted to be a shark?
And I wanted to be Jaws. Oh, there isn't a group that we haven't come out on this episode. So you wanted to go for them as well? I swam with sharks once on a holiday. Like, I'm talking like little tiny fucking sharks.
I just imagine that you really wanted to be a shark, so you were just going everywhere you went. What's your name? The name's Bruce. Fish are friends, not food.
and I was like, that's sick. That I want to do that for my job when I'm older.
Sorry about Bruce, mate. Who's really a nice guy.
I am a nice guy. What do you think?
You know that bit in Finding Nemo?
Yeah, of course I do. But what do you think the sharks thought of me when they saw me above them?
They probably thought you were a seal.
What the fuck is that?
They probably went to get you like that because they eat seals, don't they?
They're only little. These were just little boys. They weren't like big.
They probably
boys.
thought you were a bigger shark.
Like, I wasn't fucking. Do you honestly think I'd be like knocking about with great whites? I wasn't doing that. But I swam with sharks once. I was like, I want that to be my job. What job involves swimming with sharks?
Marine biologist.
Marine biologist.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll do that.
That's tricky, that, to be fair.
It's like, I'll do that. That's what I want to be when I grow up. So I was the biggest idiot because people used to ask what do you want to be to grow up, and I was like, a marine biologist, thinking I'd be this cool kid swimming with sharks, when really it's just like looking at plankton in a fucking microscope, innit?
Yeah.
So that was my shit, what I wanted to be when I grew up. I also then wanted to be a medical doctor.
Pretty noble.
To get money. No, that's why I didn't become one. Not about nobility. I just thought money. It's just like you're a mechanic, aren't you? You're a mechanic on a good wage.
Funnily enough,
it's just
the
instead
same
of cars,
reason
it's bodies.
Funnily enough, that's the same reason I got the hamster. I was like, money, spent it. I'm not fucking IKEA tables. They're £10 a pop. Bought new bedding. Solid.
Sorted, boxed. I just thought I'm good at I was good at science in school. They make loads of money. I'll do that. And I just missed out on medical school as well. There's an alternate universe where I went to medical school and then died in the pandemic.
How you tell fat jokes and shit on stage.
Hey, I don't actually.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I commend you on that. You're one of those comics that is fat but doesn't tell anyone.
I don't. I just.
They already know.
That's what I mean. I'd like to try and explore other avenues, like all the other stereotypical bearded white guy jokes.
yeah.
But fat is off limits.
Can I tell you what I wanted to be when I was younger?
Yeah,
and I swear to God, I could give you a million guesses and you'd never quite guess, right? I'm actually scared to tell you, and I feel like I'm going a bit red because it's so fucking embarrassing.
Not a virgin.
You're so annoying. I'm gonna cut that because that was that bad.
Keep it in. My podcast too.
That's anyway. I was gonna say something then, but that would have brought me down to your level. I was gonna do a play on words.
Just fucking tell me what you were gonna be.
It's not what you said. It's just the way you said it. No, what I wanted to be when I was younger. It's so embarrassing. I can't look you in the eye when I tell you. I wanted to be a breakdancer.
Like that fucking kid from Britain's Got Talent, what was his name, George?
Samson.
Oh, of course you know. You had a poster of him on your fucking wall. Oh my! Word to your mother, yeah. Did you have it? Was that because like you were looking for a hobby and the only equipment you could afford was a piece of cardboard to spin around on your head?
Do you know the film Honey?
Oh my! Fucking not even Step Up. No, with Channing Tatum.
I knew that too, but I just didn't have any friends that I could.
Honey with Jessica Alba, yeah, I'm aware of Honey.
Yeah. I could do the dance at the end. I can't. That's the fucking point, I guess. But I knew the dance at the end. Dance, I believe.
I don't want to. You know what?
Yeah.
Break dancing's cool when it works, but for some reason I can't imagine that
white guy.
I can't imagine you were proficient at it.
No, I wasn't. But I used to watch George Sampson, and I was like, he's the same as me. He comes from a working class family, and he knows how to spin around. So that's.
Did you ever try and spin around on your head?
No, but I did try and do like proper moves and that.
Go ahead, do one now.
I mean, the point is, I couldn't. The point is, I couldn't, isn't it? Like, but I genuinely thought I was going to be a breakdancer.
Yeah. Too much Britain's Got Talent for you, lad.
Yeah. I also thought I was going to be a 9-year-old opera singer. And I also thought I was going to be a dog that could dance. Yeah, man, I really thought I was going to be a breakdancer. It's so fucking embarrassing.
Did you change your style?
Huh?
Did you change your style? Did you like dress differently?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Fake it till you make it and all
No,
that?
no, I was just
Did you ever wear a backwards baseball cap?
No. Oh, no, I look like a fucking...
I went through a phase of that. In my adulthood. In my fucking
person with
late 20s, I looked stupid.
And I'm actually autistic as well. So if I did wear the cap, it'd be like leaning into it, you know what I mean? You never go up to an autistic kid and be like, "Hey, do you want to look more autistic?" And they go, "Yeah." Like if I can recognize that that's going to make me look more of what I am, then you just go, "Nah." It's like me going up to you and be like, "Do you want to wear a fat suit?" And you're going, "Yeah."
Well, I might, because then people might think I'm not.
You just
blend it.
I wanted to be a breakdancer, man. That's fucking.
I went through a phase of wearing like proper flip floppy sandals, do you know, like Birkenstock type of things.
Talk a bit louder.
No, I'm ashamed though. I don't want to say it loud enough.
Yeah, whispering it inside. Just so I'm going to kind of tell you, but you might not hear.
I just went through like a mad phase of just thinking it was acceptable to wear like proper like old man sandals in public, and I'd wear them all. I went to Alton Towers in them, lad. It's a lot of walking on shit sandals like that. I heard a fucking middle-aged woman laughing at me for putting sun cream on my toes. I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I'm upset. My brother was literally like, "Oh, it's all right, mate." My brother was like consoling me because I was being made fun of.
That's when you know your brother's got no respect for you, because if he did, he'd have took the piss as well.
So that I'd stop wearing them.
Fucking hell. Right, I think we've pretty much peaked. Have you got anything you want to get off your chest? Because we need to wrap this the fuck up.
You said you've got one. You do.
Yeah. We only I think we're pretty much only doing one. Do you not really have one for this week?
I've got one. Like I could do.
Do you want me to? I've kind of got one, but I feel like it'll be, once I say it, you'll be like, fucking, I'm glad you've said it. Because I've got a lot I want to get off my chest. I'm a bit upset.
I think I've got shit off my chest the past couple of weeks. Come on, lad.
Okay, right.
Get it off, lad.
It's not something that's really affecting only me, this. But petrol prices at the minute can suck a fart out of my ass. Oh my God. I don't know what mate, I don't know what they're trying to do to me. But I feel like there's just a man going, hey, stick another 10p on there, see what we can do.
Every fucking day?
Mate, it's becoming insane. And the fucking hire car I've got at the minute, it just drinks the fuel. It's fucking horrendous. It cost me 70 quid. I was kicking in Poynton, which is 35 minutes from my house, and I was down to 3/4 of a tank. 70 quid a full tank was. Mate, I'm not being funny, but where the fuck does it end? Because we are struggling to get by, but there's also people that are far worse off than us. I seen a tweet the other day, and it basically said, did you see that woman? It was a few weeks ago now, but she was basically going on saying, like, if you cancel your Netflix subscription and you don't go out and you don't buy the coffee and all this sort of stuff, you could save up to £2,200.
Rich cunt.
And someone worked out that if you save £2,200 in a year, it means absolutely fuck all, because last year, every single house went up on average £2,400. Yeah. Or something like that. I'm obviously butchering the fucking memory of the tweet. But
someone who's in a position to say something like that, and for that to be picked up, and
kill yourself immediately.
Not that. That's not the point I'm trying to make.
I want to dead.
Don't die.
Fucking die.
I'm just saying that if you're in that position to make a comment and everyone jumps on it, you're some sort of figure who most likely has expenses paid for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So how can you comment when? Mate, have you had to pay for petrol, or am I paying for that as a taxpayer? Was it a politician?
Mate, it was someone.
That's what I mean. Like,
I didn't even pay any mind.
You don't have to pay for Netflix because I'm paying for your fucking Netflix. You're sharing my account, you dickhead.
I didn't even. As soon as I read it, I was like, she's just obviously fucking stupid. And I don't want to fucking hear anything. But then a couple of people did go in on her. And when that guy shared that fucking information about how, I'll save £2,200 a year, but it means absolutely nothing, because in a year that £2,200 is worth fuck all, and I'll need to save another £2,200. And it never ends. And the fucking, I mean, we're a comedy podcast and we don't try to do political stuff, but it is getting to the point now where you go, this country is becoming fucking impossible.
Mate, well, I've been living. Sorry to cut you off there, but
fine.
I've been living with Rebecca's mum and dad for a while now. I've been able to save more money than I ever have, to help us buy a house, and we still can't get a foot in the door. And the last house we made an offer in, you went
10 grand over. Yeah, you told me,
and we don't want to do that. We were like sweating about doing that, thinking we're just going to get shafted down the line, and we didn't get it. So what the fuck do you have to do?
Yeah.
If I was still renting, it would be impossible.
Yeah,
it feels
that's
impossible
the point I'm making.
now.
I'm not sitting here going, oh, look how lucky I am. What I'm actually saying is, because this is the point, I don't feel lucky. And when you compare it to, all right, you are really lucky, but it doesn't feel it. And when you compare it to the people that are really fucking, like you say, they rent a house, they've got a child, and they do work full time, and it just pays them minimum wage. If you're on minimum wage, your wage is about £12.50 a month. Your rent's £700. If you have a car, that's probably going to cost you 200 quid a month, because you've got to get to work and all that sort of stuff. And then if you've got a phone bill, that's probably 40-50 quid.
And you can't get a mortgage, but if you had a mortgage, you'd be paying less.
Yeah. Fucking mate, it's so fucking. And the worst part is,
dickhead's mortgage.
And the worst part is, I think it's pretty obvious that we are the fucking furthest thing from Tory. But whether you're Tory or Labour,
I know that about me. I don't know that about you, but continue. I've heard you say lunch a few times.
Yeah, vote Labour, live Tory. That's the mantra, like I said.
Sorry, you were saying, lad.
No, but I'm saying it's like, if whether you're Tory or Labour, all you are is convinced that it'd be worse on the other side. Because you see it where people go, fucking hell, we need to get these Tories out. And then people that have voted Tory have gone, like it'd be any better under Labour. But no one really fucking knows. Personally, I believe that it would be. And if you disagree, then that's fine, whatever. But all was really taught is that this side is wrong. So it's worse than we are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is pretty shit what we're doing to you, but that'd be way worse, so keep voting for us. And there's no fucking end to it.
Do you want to know what I think is the truth anyway? I was going to say it is the truth as if I know. Literally, both sides are fucked.
Yeah.
Both sides are fucked. Somewhere in the middle is probably where the majority of people find themselves in terms of like the things they believe in or whatever. Some people lean dead far left, some people lean dead far right. But like the two sides just don't see eye to eye. And they're fucked on their own. We're all just fucked. We're fucked. But you know what? Could be worse, lad. We could be in 1066, getting fucking bummed for our land, getting stabbed in the face.
Hastings.
Yeah,
oh wait, 100 double. That's all I think.
Dick. I'm scared about what's happened.
It's just.
No,
it's
I mean, like
insane.
in this episode though. Now I'm scared, lad. We just got real for a second. I can't handle it, and I feel like I need a dick or fart joke to reset me before we get off, lad. Because. Can you just fart on mic now? Something like that. Please. Please fart for me, lad. I'm begging you.
Why do I feel like I've got an insight into your and yours and Beck's sex life? Fart for me.
Fart
Do
for
it. Me. Oh, man. No, it genuinely is. It is minging. And it actually is like worrying me a little bit to know that there's people out there who are fucking
struggling, lad.
Really struggling. And then just
can't
fucking
get the help.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know where it ends. So on that somber note, the podcast is going to
end. Me and Aaron are just going to go throw ourselves off the Runcorn Bridge.
Yeah, it's fucking, it really is scary, isn't it, man? It's.
Speaking of Tories, got me first fucking, I got fined for the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking dickheads. Yeah, I mean, I did forget the payment, but still.
Fucking Thatcher's Britain. Right, anyway, thanks so much for checking out the podcast. We love you. We'll see you later. Goodbye.